don't get it. Hey, what do you hear? What do you say? My Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Google+, your sister's ass, Pony Spreads. Vic Dibitetto here. So the other day, my manager tells me his oldest daughter, who's an athletic trainer at a big-time college football program, just got an interview at a Mississippi college. Now, I don't really know anything about Mississippi, except I'm pretty sure I wouldn't fit in down there, and the pizza blows. And I do know that you just double up the consonants, which makes it easier to remember how to spell it. Mississippi. But anyway, it got me thinking that I really don't know anything about the whole southeastern region. So I figured I would Google Mississippi just to see what's up. See where it is, what it's near, blah, 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 blah. So anyway, I'm looking at how the state lines are drawn, and it hit me that Mississippi gets completely fucked with their coastline and access to the Gulf. It's like the one thing that would be good down there is a complete disaster for Mississippi. I mean, Louisiana to the left has shitloads of coast, and Florida all the way to the right is a pig with the coastline, especially with that panhandle. And I'm like, how did Mississippi and Alabama get so fucked when the landlines were being figured out? I don't get it. Louisiana, Alabama, and Mississippi are all the same size, but Alabama and Mississippi are like two fat guys with tiny skinny legs dangling down to the Gulf, and Louisiana has all this fucking beachfront. And then you have Florida, which is like the beachfront bully, saying, fuck you, I'm sticking my panhandle right up your coolies. And look at that panhandle. Who drew those lines and did that to Alabama and Mississippi? Florida's panhandle is bullshit. The whole state of Florida is surrounded by the ocean and the Gulf. The whole state is one big beach. Who's probably said, hey, let's all give them a panhandle and really fuck those hillbillies up. And by the way, then you look at Georgia, and that state is getting totally fucked by the panhandle to the Gulf and by South Carolina to the Atlantic Ocean. I mean, everybody wants some beachfront here. So I figured out, here's how you fix this mess. Okay, first, you whack out the panhandle under Georgia and give it to them. And now they can go to the beach at the Gulf. Then you whack out the other part of the panhandle and you give it to Alabama. So now they have the same amount of access to the Gulf as everyone else. Then you draw a line straight down from the Mississippi-Louisiana state line and take that away from Louisiana and give it to Mississippi. And that's that. Everyone is even and everyone benefits from the Gulf beachfront property, and Florida can shut the fuck up and go deal with the rest of that whole state, which is already surrounded by the ocean and the Gulf. And Texas is sitting there going, oh, what do you want from me? Leave Texas alone. I'm okay with what they have. That state is a fucking glandular nightmare anyway. It's like the kid in school who was 6'5" and 265 pounds and he was only 13 years old. Anyway, also, take some of the coast from South Carolina and give it to Georgia, so at least the Atlantic Ocean beach is equal there too. And then I started thinking, man, they don't do this up north. And so I go look, and damn, if New Hampshire isn't fucked the same way, it's actually bad. Maine is a pig with that coastline, Massachusetts too. And here's New Hampshire with a little fucking pishkadeel sticking out to get their tiny oceanfront coastline. I mean, come on, Rhode Island has a bigger coastline than New Hampshire, for Pete's sake. That should be corrected too. And that's that. I mean, just because my manager's daughter is getting an interview in Mississippi, I just learned all about some regions of the United States and how much payola must have been hoopy scoop for anyone to accept the way the coastline was divided up way back then. I felt I learned a lot, really. I mean, I was never good in geometry. Anyway, I was just about to look at how the states along the Great Lakes were divided up. And it looks like Indiana might be getting a little bit. But I'll get into that another time. Anyway, anybody living in Mississippi, Alabama, or Georgia, do you feel the same way I do? Let me know. Hey, Mississippi, maybe if you had a guy back in the day, you wouldn't be sunbathing in Alabama.